Did last year go so fast that it got to the end of the year and you just thought, I didn't get anywhere near the things I wanted to get done? Are you already behind on your goals for 2025? Maybe you don't even have any goals for 2025. If that's you, listen, because I'm going to give you some answers on how you're going to change that for this year. I'm Ian Hawkins, and this is Sport is Life. The purpose of sport, as I see it, is to see your vision become a reality. Find your voice, create strong connections, and learn to trust your body. Back then, I was overweight. I was going nowhere in my career, working really hard, trying really hard, not really getting anywhere. I was not healthy. I was bringing my frustration home from work to the people that I cared about the most. And not being the sort of father that I wanted to be, not being the sort of husband that I wanted to be, not being the sort of friend I wanted to be, and really just not happy with who I was. And it wasn't until I started making plans for my life to actually set proper goals, but just as important is to put those plans in place, have the stepping stones. And it wasn't until I hired my first coach, when I learned those skills, that I realized just how beneficial they were. Now, if you're watching this, then hopefully I've done a good job of getting the image of the before and after shots. But if you're just listening to this on the podcast platforms, the first shot is me. I'm lying on the bed after a big night, like I said, overweight, not looking healthy at all. And then the after is fast forward about 10 years, the fittest and healthiest I'd been since I was a teenager. Because I had plans, because I was really determined in how I wanted to change my life. At the time, my body was riddled with pain. I was tired all the time. I thought I must have had a serious illness because I was just almost hoping I'd have a serious illness so it would explain to people why I was always complaining and tired and weary and all of those different things. I had all these injuries from football. I'd broken both my feet, both my ankles, my back had gone, trying to lift kids in and out of the car. And just aches and pains, and I didn't want life to be that way. And one of the critical things, and the critical first step was, like I said, to have a vision for the future, to have goals, to have plans, because I wanted my body to be free. I didn't want this pain anymore. I wanted to be able to do things with my children as they were growing up. I didn't want to be complaining or making excuses, which is what I was doing. They were little kids, and I was like, I can't do that. Too tired. I've got to do this. I was working too hard. I had to do all these other things, making excuses. And my body letting me down, ending up seeing all these different healthcare practitioners trying to get my body right, not really making much progress. The moment I put that vision in place, I started creating concrete goals for all areas of my life, career, of course, health, family, all the personal stuff. Then everything started to change. My health started improving. Solutions started showing up. I was able to continue to stick to my plans, sometimes adjust them as I went. And what I learned is you need to have a plan every day, every week, every month, every quarter, every year. And then as I started coaching, like the more that I learned about this stuff and realized I had a bit of a knack for it, so I started passing on to the people that I was leading in my corporate job. I started passing on these same skills. And as a department, we started getting awesome results. I wasn't bringing that stuff home as much. I was feeling more purposeful. I was enjoying life. That's what happened with planning. And what I realized is the more I put plans in place and then reviewed them and started helping the people I was coaching doing that, they were getting some fantastic results. And now it's like the foundational piece of what I coach. And it also still the people I coach. And whenever I run these events, it tends to be the people I've coached previously that come back and join in to do their session for the year. And it's something that I have picked up from learning from a huge number of experts and then putting my own flavor to it because I know what works. And often the people that are telling you this information, they're so far removed from what it's like to be in that struggle that they don't really know. They don't really know the bits that really work. And that's why I've continued to repeat these planning sessions every year, because I know what's possible for people. They don't have to be in that place of feeling like they're struggling. I speak to people all the time and I'm like, oh, your job, you look like you love it. Like, it must be going well. And they're like, well, not so much. I'm like, oh, like looks, seeing on stuff on social media, it looks like you had a great holiday. It looks like, having a lot of fun. And it's like, well, those pictures don't tell the full story. And then they've got other health issues and challenges. And as they get older, they get more and more of those things. Whereas I'm finding myself healthier, stronger. I'm having more time for what's most important. I'm prioritizing those things. I'm making sure the work that I do that I enjoy. And sure, there are some things that you have to sacrifice when you change direction. There are some things that you might have to just slow down with. But then you soon realize what's most important. But you only realize that when you have those things in place. When you have the vision, you have the goals, and you have the plan. You have the plan mapped out for the year, you have it broken into quarters, and you know with extreme certainty what you need to be doing at any given time. You have the confidence to make it happen, and you find yourself feeling more organized, so much better with your time, and you're not worrying about all of those things in the future because you've got certainty on what's coming. You're able to build more resilience, more strength, and it has a huge impact on the things that are really most important to you. Because when it comes down to it, people talk about what's most important, and it's their health and it's their family, and usually their career and their work is way down the list. Maybe not way down, but it's like it's after those things. And yet the way they're living their life is not like that. And you might be feeling the same thing. You might be putting a lot of time and energy into your work, and it might be taking up the best of you. And it's not in your heart of hearts that you want. Because I tell you, when people are facing their mortality, that's what they look at. They think, man, did I work enough? No, they're not thinking that. They're thinking I worked too hard and I didn't focus enough on the things that were most important. So if you know this is something you need, this 2025 planning to set you up for having the best year you've had, and to be able to start getting your health where you want it, to have more of that quality time with your family, start and find more purpose in your everyday, then come and join me. The training is on this week. So this is Tuesday's episode. It's this Thursday, February 13. If you miss it when it's live, there'll also be an opportunity for you to purchase the recording with a couple of little bonuses thrown in as a cheat sheet on all the steps you need to take. There's also a bonus visualization that's going to help you stay on track and focused every single day. So if you know this is calling you, check out the show notes, jump onto the link so you can be a part of this training and completely change the trajectory of this year, but then every year. Because if you do end up going with the option of purchasing the recording and the cheat sheet, then you'll have the tools that you need to repeat them again and again. You've taken the time to listen to this whole episode. Now it's time to take action. Commit to one thing you've learned today and make it happen. And to avoid any obstructions, join the Sport is Life movement by clicking on the link in the show notes.